Hey there again, boys and girls. Today in math, we're going to talk about a new set of multiplication facts. Today, we're going to talk about multiplying numbers by 10. And our nickname for 10 is 10 the Mighty. Okay, our nickname for 10 is 10 the Mighty. Let's take a look at 10's notebook page and learn a little bit more about what tricks we can use to help us when dividing or multiplying a number by 10, not dividing, sorry. Okay, 10 the Mighty. So let's look at 10's story. It says, what happens when 1, the mirror, and 0 the hero run into each other? They both do their thing. The number looks in the mirror, and 0, the hero, comes along too. So let's look at our example. 10 times 6. So it says 6 runs into 1. So it's like, hi, 1, I'm 6. Remember, 1 is a mirror. What happens, boys and girls, when we look into a mirror? We see our reflection. So 6 sees itself in the mirror. That's where the 6 and 60 comes from. And then 0, the hero, decides to tag along next to the 6. So it says she looks into the mirror and sees 6. 0, the hero, always wins, so 0 joins her. So 10 times 6 equals 60. Now, that's kind of a complicated way to remember how to multiply numbers, but if it works for you, you're welcome to use it. Another way that's a lot like 5, the skip count king, is we could just skip count by the number 10. I'm going to highlight really quick where it tells us that a tip is not sure of the answer. Skip counting by tens is a great way to figure it out. So if that story confuses you about 1 the mirror and 0 the hero, you're welcome just to skip count by tens. And just for transparency's sake, in this video, boys and girls, I'm going to use skip counting just because it's easier to model. So let's look at the bottom where it says you try. Our first example is 10 times 4. So we are multiplying by the number 10. But what number are we multiplying by 10? The answer to that is 4. So I'm going to hold up 4 fingers, just like I did when I was multiplying by 5. So when I hold up 4 fingers, that means I'm multiplying 10 by 4. Now, I can skip count by tens on each one of my fingers until I no longer have any fingers standing. That is my product. So let's skip count by tens until we have no fingers standing. 10, 20, 30, 40. I no longer have any fingers standing, so my product is 40. Let's get the next one. 10 times 7. So again, what number am I multiplying 10 by? The answer in this multiplication sentence is the number 7. So I'm going to hold up 7 fingers. Now I'm going to skip count by tens until all of my fingers are down. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I don't have any more fingers standing up, and I stopped at 70. So 70 is my product. Let's look at the next one. 10 times 5. What number am I multiplying 10 by? The answer is 5. So I'm going to hold up 5 fingers. Now I'm going to skip count by 10 to find my answer. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All of my fingers are down and I stopped at 50. So my product or answer is 50. Next one, 10 times 8. So boys and girls, what number am I multiplying 10 by? That's right, 8. So how many fingers am I going to hold up? You got it. I'm going to hold up 8 fingers. So now let's skip count by tens until all 8 of our fingers are down. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. All of my fingers are down and I stopped at 80. So my answer is 80. Now, let's do a few of these together. I'm not necessarily going to do these in number order because I'm going to move across the screen, and we may not get to all of them before we stop. But I want you to know I just want to make sure that we know how to count by 10. So let's get started. The first one says count by tens, 10 times 10. So remember, what number are we multiplying 10 by? Well, we're multiplying 10 times 10. So how many fingers are we going to hold up? We're going to hold up all 10 of our fingers. And we're going to skip count by tens until all of our fingers are down. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I have no more fingers standing, boys and girls. So my answer, my product is 100. Next one, 1 times 10. What number are we multiplying 10 by? 1. So how many fingers am I going to hold up? 1. So now I'm going to count by tens until all of my fingers are down. 10. I have no more fingers standing up, and I stopped at 10. So my answer is 10. My next one, 10 times 3. What number am I multiplying 10 by? That's right, 3. So how many fingers am I going to hold up? You got it, smarty pants. It's 3. 3 fingers. So now, boys and girls, we're going to skip count by tens until all 3 of our fingers are down. 10, 20, 30. 10 times 3 equals 30. Our next multiplication sentence, 10 times 9. So boys and girls, what number am I multiplying 10 by? 9. So how many fingers am I going to hold up? You got it, 9 fingers. Let's skip count together to figure out 10 times 9. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I have no more fingers left standing, and I stopped at 90. So my answer, or product, is 90. Next one, 7 times 10. What number are we multiplying by 10? 7. So how many fingers am I going to hold up? You got it, 7 fingers. So let's skip count by tens until we have no fingers standing. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I have no fingers left standing, and I stopped at 70. So my answer is 70. Last one that we're going to do together, boys and girls, is 10 times 11. We ran into this yesterday when we talked about 5 to skip count king. But Mrs. Haben, what am I going to do? I only have 10 fingers. So how am I going to skip count 11 times? Well, boys and girls, we have 10 fingers. 11 is one more than 10. So we could skip count all 10 fingers, and then we could hold up one more to skip count one more time. Let's try it and see. So remember, I can only hold up 10 at a time, right? So let's start with that. I know that I need 11 fingers, but I only have 10. So let's start there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I can hold up one more finger and say 110. So my answer for 10 times 11 is 110. Boys and girls, this might also be a good one when you do these 2-digit time 2-digit numbers where you use that 1 the mirror and 0 the hero rule instead. Okay, so that's all that we're going to do together on this page. You have a page in your math module today where you're going to practice multiplying by 10 on your own. As always, if you have any questions or you need help, please come back and see Mrs. Haben. I'm happy to help you any way that I can.